Hello everyone, I'm LordMidas and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury. In the last episode, we made a lot of progress in terms of expansion. We conquered a lot of territory to the south of us and now we're a pretty big realm, Novgorod. We're also pretty close to the nomads now, so you can see Magyar, which is a pretty strong realm, is pretty much at our border now. And yeah, so this is pretty much the time where we want to decide carefully where do we want to expand further and how do we solidify or consolidate our power within our realm as well. Make some developments in military, for example. So I've been thinking about our possible options. I've checked out different possibilities. One of them could be, for example, that we force vassalize the High Chief of Tarjan, High Chief Premsil of Galich. Somehow it says Tarjan here. Okay, yeah, that's because he's a tributary of Khan Tarjan, the Great Bear of Tarjan, who is a nomad and he has a huge army. And he is currently the suzerain of High Chief of Galich, who owns a large amount of land. So it would have been nice if we could directly vassalize him by forced vassalization, but unfortunately he has a suzerain and I think he will attack us if we try to attack his tributary there. So we will wait until the tributary status is gone and then maybe we try to get him at a later point. In the meantime, there are some other possibilities for us to the north. I've been looking at the Wikipedia for CK2 and I saw that, or I, let's say, inferred that maybe there's the possibility to get a forced vassalization claim by antagonizing a ruler. And we're gonna try that. Maybe it works. I don't know. So we're gonna choose one of these dukes who would otherwise have to be forced vassalized, and we're gonna try to antagonize them. I'm gonna choose High Chief of Krivichia, and we will try to antagonize him and see if that gets us a claim against him. Plus, antagonize is based on the intrigue score, and he has a pretty pathetic intrigue score, whereas we are decent in it. So I think our attempts to antagonize him will work quite nicely. He doesn't have that big of an army either. Even if we go to war against him, should be fine. At the same time, our capital could use some more development, so we've been neglecting it while we wage wars all over the place. We've got a lot of piety and gold. I would save the prestige to declare more wars, so we're gonna use some piety and gold to upgrade our capital province. As a first step, let's check out what could be the best to build in terms of piety or gold. It's a wall and ditch, costs piety and gives us some archers. Fort level garrison size, this looks more like a defensive thing. I'm not going to look at the prestige buildings because we're not going to build them. And Earth Hill Fort will give us a larger levy size and plus 100 retinue size. Okay, yeah, so we should also check out if we can recruit some retinues. But yeah, this sounds pretty good. I'm going to go with Earth Hill Fort. Get plus 5% levy size and also 100 retinues. And in terms of retinues, we are defensive pagans, so we can choose some piety based and some prestige based retinues. So the ones that I'm interested in would be the ones that contain heavy infantry, because if we look at our current composition of the army, okay, I'm gonna have to dismiss them first. We've got 1600 light infantry, 63 heavy infantry and 238 archers, so we could definitely use a little bit more archers and heavy infantry in our army. And this is the heavy infantry retinue for prestige, and it gives us 100 light infantry and 50 heavy infantry. And the piety one, 50 archers and 50 heavy infantry. So I think we're gonna go with that one, even though it's 100 soldiers and not 150, but I think we really need a bit more archers and heavy infantry in our lineup, so we're gonna make that retinue. It will start out as 1 soldier, but will reinforce over time until it becomes 100. And that will be quite useful in our wars as well. And when we expand our retinue size, we're gonna keep expanding our retinues as well. One more thing that happened pretty much towards the end of the last episode is that our eldest daughter, Malusha, came of age, and now she's ready for marriage. And she has some excellent traits, except of course her professional trait, which is really poor. But otherwise patient, brave, so that's good. What I will try to do is to get her married off to some strong ruler in our neighborhood who could form an alliance with us and whom we could use as an ally when we declare wars. So let's check out what are our possibilities for good alliances right now. So we've got a nomad, Tangri nomad. Nomads tend to be quite strong because even though they might have low numbers of soldiers, but the soldiers are pretty strong in the Horde army. So we've got Khan Querchi of Baskatir. Where is he? Over here. That's too far away, I think. So we're gonna look for other people. I'm not interested in a petty chief, etc. Maybe high chief. Okay, high chief of Yatvingia. But this is something I might be interested to go against at some point. Try to conquer this area, so I don't want a non-aggression pact or alliance with him. Let's check out this nomad. Yeah, that looks interesting. He's close by. Also has a decent amount of troops. Though he will mostly be busy in the wars waged by his Khagan. But maybe, just maybe, we can form an alliance with him. He's also quite young, sturdy, inspiring leader, trusting. That could be useful for us. Good fighter. I think we're going to try to get a marriage with him and form an alliance. Maybe he helps us in our wars? Who knows? Will you marry my daughter? Yes. And we'll get 9 prestige. Perfect. So we're going to try with that. And we've got plenty of other daughters coming, so we will be able to form other alliances as well pretty soon. Okay, let's continue then. We could declare a conquest of something in the meantime. High Chief of Meria is again allied with the High Chiefess of Mordva, so we won't be going against that. Murom is a big High Chiefdom here, and they've got a ton of troops, so... could do a conquest against them. But at the same time, we've gathered a lot of threat. Even if we don't declare some wars for some time, that would be fine. But this gives me an idea. So, you remember Volhynia was pretty big. When we wanted to go against him, but when we eventually went against it, it was pretty small. And somehow part of it was split up, and High Chief Demid of Turov has one of the High Chiefdoms, and his son is now the High Chief of Volhynia. And so he's now our vassal, and he has a claim on the High Chiefdom of Turov. I think the best idea right now would be simply to press his claim on the High Chiefdom of Turov and get all of these provinces under us as well. That does give us a border with the Magyars, which could be dangerous, but at the same time we're going to try to improve our realm, so hopefully we'll be able to fight them in case they go against us. And in any case, they're going to go against Turov, and it's better that we go against him first. So we're going to do that. We will claim Turov in the name of one of our high chiefs. Send that. We will call all our tribal vassals to war, raise our army. Collect maybe here in Nalsia, and then from there go on south. We could appoint a commander. but we don't have any good candidates right now. Alright, we're married. Our daughter is married to Khan Alp of Karadaku. I will suggest an alliance with him. Let's see if he joins our war, but not this time, actually. This is a petty war, and I don't want him to get a negative opinion of me just because I called him to war. At the same time, I think we should already start to plot to revoke one of these titles from this vassal, who is Romuva. Oh yeah, I've got a truce with him, so I have to wait until it ends before I can do that. Our army is ready. We're gonna ask our vassals to attach to it. Go down here. Is he being attacked? Yes. So as you can see, he's already being attacked by the chief Dobroslav of Turov, who is trying to subjugate him. So it's better that we win the war before High Chief of Turov does. Chief Yelisi of Jersika claims that Priestess Peryaslava of Solsi is attempting to promote vile heresies. How should I use this information? Well, Chieftess Peryaslava is my lover, and she's been my lover for a long, long time. I don't want you to tell me anything bad about her. I'm gonna keep this information to myself. Would have been good if I could punish him for bringing such bad information to me. Oh, wow. So High Chief Demid of Turov died in a battle against me? I mean, that's perfect. We don't even have to go through the entire war because our High Chief of Volhynia simply inherited the title. Good riddance, indeed. According to reports, tripped on his own dagger. Alright. I'll take that. Perfect, so now we're pretty big. We've got all of the original borders of Volhynia under our control, which we were going for in the beginning. And now I think is a time to relax a little bit. Focus more on the, let's say, development of our land, develop our strength, and declare less wars. At the same time, we're trying to antagonize him, so maybe we get a forced vassalization claim against him. My friend, who's also our steward, is inviting me for another drink. We will go there for sure. While pondering over the guest list for the banquet, I wondered if I should invite one of my friends. Really, like he is... he is the one hosting it. And I'm gonna try to invite him. Cool. Yeah, this game can be funny sometimes. I rushed around trying to get everyone to work harder, not smarter, to get everyone ready for the banquet. When the guests started to arrive, I waited impatiently with Chief Rodislav, but still did my best to make sure every guest felt welcome and found its designated place at my table. He told me how glad my invitation had made him to his own party. Oh my god, very sick. We have Malays. Do we have a court physician? I believe yes, and I also believe he's one of the best court physicians around. I trust him. Chief Sudislav of Ingria states that his extensive medical experience leads him to the certain conclusion that you have the flu. He insists that you follow his instructions. Very well. Chief Sudislav kept you up late for days, stargazing with him. To reconnect with the moon, he said. That did treat our symptom a little bit. I'm glad I hired him. You are confined to the bed, your body racked with aches and chills. You have contracted the flu. Let's see. Yeah, -2 health. Hopefully we don't die with that. Your court physician, Chief Sudislav the Strange, interesting nickname there, has come to see you and offers treatment for your illness. He explains that there are several different types of treatment he can offer. I trust your knowledge, O wise one. My life is in your hands. I'm not going to do that because he will do an experimental treatment. Trust your knowledge. He will perform a mystical treatment. As long as you know what you're doing. I think we're going to go with the safe option. We're not ready to die just yet. Your eyes widened as Chief Sudislav led a goat into your chambers. The foul smell of its flatulence made you both cover your noses. But the physician pulled your hand away. Apologies, my lord. This is the treatment. He recommended deep breaths. Amazing. And it actually worked. We got a successful treatment. Good job, Chief Sudislav the Strange. Definitely. Strange treatments. Young Lyudmila, one of our daughters, who is undergoing martial treatment, is developing an arbitrary streak. It's showing more clearly every day. She should show more ambition, or she should become arbitrary. I think we're gonna try to make her ambitious, but she became arbitrary anyway. My daughters seem to be quite intent on what they want to get done with themselves on their own. High Chief Svetoza of Krivishia, who we're trying to antagonize, is notorious for being a slave to his passion. I am sure I can exploit his unsavory lust for flesh to my advantage. I know just the person. This is beneath me. Okay, so what we're going to do is send a pox-ridden courtesan to High Chief Svetozar, hoping he will take the bait. Okay, we're going to send a lady to him with some disease or bad features. We're going to try that. I have arrived at the private rooms of my friend, and there's plenty of food and drink. We're going to have fun. The plan worked exactly as I hoped. My envoy easily seduced High Chief Svetozar, infecting him with a terrible disease. Perfect! He's got great pox now. Wow. Perhaps now Svetozar will understand the error of his ways. Justice is served. And he hates me. But that was fun. Chief Rodislav has brought out the board and pieces and suggested we play a few rounds to determine who is the better strategist. We will play for honor. I'm gonna have a game of chess, apparently? No, a game of strategy with armies on the table. We played for hours, the tides of fortune ebbing and flowing as I tried to attack my opponent's positions without opening my defense too much. Eventually, I found a critical opening, made a few inspired and aggressive moves, and won the game. Hail to the king! We are ambitious, deceitful, cynical. We got a lot of battlefield experience as well, so yeah. The reveling and carousing is over for now. Time to get back to real life. Well, it was fun. Or we become game master. I think I can go with game master because we're also battlefield terrain master, which gives us plus 50% narrow flank for defensive battles. And Game Master gives us plus 30%. We're going to capitalize on what we're already good at. So we're now a Game Master. Earth Hill Fort is finished. Should we spend another 70 gold to upgrade that? Or should we go with the Wall and Ditch? I think we're going to go with the Earth Hill Fort when we can afford it. We have a ton of gold. Also, I think I'm going to place my steward to, instead of building legend, to oversee construction so that we can actually build the buildings faster and upgrade way faster. And immediately he has seemingly come up with a master builder who has taken me under his wing and is teaching me all he knows about constructing buildings. This knowledge will greatly help me in my work. Excellent. Also, I remember that we put this business focus for the trade event, but I think the reason we didn't get it so far is because we've been waging wars all the time and we need to be at peace for it. Is that my youngest son? No. One of our sons is ready for training, and I think he will make an excellent steward. So we're gonna do that. Maybe he can help his elder brother take care of the realm when he inherits, instead of it fighting with him. Dear father-in-law, peace be with you. We request that you honor your obligation and answer this call to arms against Hagan Kul of Alania. He is attacking the Hagan of Alania, which is here, who has 1k troops. And he has 1k. I think we will... He wants us to join the war. We will accept it, but we won't go to actually help him. Plus, I think he has no chance to win it, and the horde troops are so strong that I think even if we take all of our armies there, we will just simply get crushed. What happened? Oh my god, Malusha is dead. Oh no. That's so sad. She was just 17 years old, 1 year into her marriage. She had dysentery, bad case of bloody diarrhea caused by inflamed bowels, and she died to it. Apparently he did not have a good court physician. We were really close to Malusha. We spent a lot of time bringing her up. It's really sad to see her go like that. Maybe we can offer Khan Alp and other of our daughters, or should we choose someone else? Hagan Bihar of Khazaria would have been nice to get married to him, maybe. Can we kill his wife? No, won't work. Okay. I think the alliance with Khan Alp didn't work out anyway. He called us to war and wasn't really useful. But my other daughter is kind of ready. I think we're going to offer him one more daughter. There he is, arranged betrothal with our second daughter. He accepts. Yeah, it was pretty sad there. Chief Yelisi of Jersica has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning Chief Rodislav of Isburg's sexual preferences. How should I use this juicy information? Well, he's my friend. I don't think I even need to use this information. I'm gonna keep it to myself. To the great King Rodislav, he has accepted the betrothal. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, we've probably been waging war and we didn't get the trade event, so hopefully this time that we're waiting for the threat to go down and develop our realm a little bit, we get the event and get the trade route running. As she's growing older, I can see that Sviatoslava, one of our daughters who is betrothed to the Khan, could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. I could make her my rival and make her ambitious, or I could get stressed and make her diligent. I really don't want to get stressed. And she's slothful, deceitful. She will learn on her own. Amazing. So these are the kind of events that I'm waiting for. And I'm already deceitful, so I already know what I'm going to do here, but you've been presented with an opportunity to let everyone be reminded of your rulership. If you wish to mint new coins for your realm, there's a master of the craft that you can hire. Not only will the mintage be exquisite, it will be adorned with a glorious portrait of you, which I'm sure we deserve after making such a huge kingdom. We're not gonna mint it for glory. Don't want to lose gold and just gain 100 prestige for nothing. Debase the mints with less precious metals for profits. We become greedy and we're already deceitful, so this fits us. You get 100 gold, 100 prestige. It's just absolutely perfect. Ever since your pursuit of wealth began and you started keeping close eye on both income and expenses, your coffers seem to be filled to the brim more often than not. A thriving economy is good for the realm, so we are getting good at stewardship, even better. 18 now. Alright, this is important. Our heir is learning as he's growing older. I can see that Yaroslav could use some guidance in one of my experienced areas. Can we make a self-sacrifice for Yaroslav to make him diligent? Sure. I think for his sake, we're going to focus a little bit more on his education, get stressed on that account, and make him diligent. So we're stressed now, and we've got flu. This might be dangerous, we could die now, but I think for the sake of my heir, we can be a little bit of a sacrificial lamb sometimes, maybe. Chief Yevtasvie seems to be a real explorer and not Chief Yevtasvie, one of my sons, is an explorer and experimenter, constantly finding new ideas and topics that fascinate him. Could we make him patient or shrewd? Boys will be boys. He's gonna get shrewd. Even better to become a better steward. And here we go. We finally got the trade event. Your steward comes to see you one afternoon. He explains that he has devised a plan to bring in exotic goods by setting up a trade route with a foreign realm. This would of course require a sizable monetary investment, but the potential of profits would also be great. Let's organize an expedition. At the same time, wooden hill fort has been built. The time has come to outfit a ship for our trading expedition. The harbor master shows you a large ship with a sizable cargo hold that would be perfect for this job, but it does come at quite a hefty price. So we can either buy the ship for the merchant for the journey, or we can hire a crew of bandits to steal the trip. I think we're going to buy the trip, even though we are deceitful and hiring a crew of bandits to steal the ship could also work. But sometimes the bandits can fail to steal the ship and then you lose your chance to make the trade route. So I'm going to buy the ship. It's not that expensive, considering the amount of gold that we have. Wooden hill fort built. Let's do something about that before we forget again. And this time around, we've got some extra prestige to spend. I think we're gonna go with practice range. Increase the number of archers that we have. That sounds good. The word has spread that you're planning a trading expedition, and a group of wolves, apparently that's the name for our priests or priestesses, have arrived at your court with a request. They're offering temple funds for the journey if you allow them to come along on the journey. She's also my lover, so it would be nice to have her along on the journey, if you know what I mean. So it will be an honor to have you with us, sure. And just before we leave, my diviner priestess Perislava tells me that her efforts at increasing religious fervor among the people have met with great success. A small army of zealots have converged at our home tribe, ready to serve me, and we can use them to attack an infidel target. Praise Perun. 700 troops, that's actually a sizable amount. We could use it for a war, but we're still threatening. It will take a few months and it will be gone, so we're gonna wait until the threat goes away, and in the meantime our trade expedition goes through, and then we can use these zealots and go to another war. A big one, hopefully. It is time to set out on the trading expedition. Hopefully it will yield good profits to foreign lands. And praising Perun reminded me that we could pick a patron deity which is a special thing that pagans can do. There are many gods and goddesses who rule over different aspects of our life. While all of them should be honored properly, it is common for people to pick a deity whom they pray to and sacrifice to more often. I'm gonna choose a patron deity. Will it be Perun, god of thunder, the fiercest of warriors, or perhaps his eternal nemesis Veles, god of the underworld, Jarilo, the springtime god of fertility, and his sister Morana, wintry god of death and rebirth, who also possess mighty powers? Okay. So we could follow a certain god and get bonuses to our attributes from that. I think we could definitely use more martial, especially because we're gonna go for more wars now. So we will pledge my axe to Perun. I would give my life for his honor. Perun, the god of thunder, is the highest of all the gods. He sits atop the world tree from where he keeps watch over the earth and the skies. His sworn enemy is Veles the serpent, who calls up from the underworld to steal his cattle and children. On stormy nights, thunder is a sign of Perun defending us against Veles. I hope to prove myself a worthy follower. Indeed. Your steward has suggested that you build a great monument as a display of Novgorod's might. While such a project would surely have its benefits, it would be costly, and you would need a number of men to construct the monument. We could spend some gold and erect the monument, and that could reduce the levy size for 1 year. And get a ton of piety or prestige. I think I'm gonna go with the prestige one. Lose 20 gold. A monument dedicated to my house and the ancestors. What an excellent idea. We'll build that. Chiefdom of Siundir. We can press a weak claim against Ragnar of Lordbrok of Swipjode. So there's King Ragnar, guys. No, I think we're not gonna go and bother with the weak claim. Also, I think we've reached the 30 minutes limit for now, so we're gonna stop right here and continue in the next episode with our trade expedition, and then use the zealots that we raised for some more wars. So, see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me. If you liked this video, please click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future updates. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of the series so far, and see you next time. Bye bye.